They're raising donations right now. Ideastream.org/donate.
Go and give money to the public radio because, yeah, why not?
The problem with IdeaStream,
won't send you a Homer Simpson donut.
Hell yeah!
There's only one place that will send you that, and that is you guys.
Hell yeah!
All right.
That was quite a surprise. I was wondering because this is not coffee. Is this
It's a
frappuccino?
It's a French vanilla latte.
My
good.
My apologies. I thought it was coffee. It's just milk and coffee flavoring.
There's a shot of espresso in there.
Oh
no, it's good. I'm very pleased. 10 out of 10 on the Yelp review.
Hell yeah, we got our first Yelp review, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Oh, I have to amend something. So we were talking about when you're asleep and you hear noise and you get that feeling in your body. That's just called being startled.
just being startled.
It's just being startled. That is that's Goofball Corner Pocket.
There you go.
I brought it back.
Reprisal.
So, good morning and welcome to Breakfast at Stevany's. I'm your donut.
We're all your donuts.
We're all a bunch of donuts. I'm Vinny Mac. Sitting not across from me is Steve. Steve.
The donut man. That was a great idea, Steve. I just wanted to say.
Good job, Steve.
But he was pointing at me mostly, so I'm Steve.
Hi, Steve. Other Steve? Other Steve?
Stevie Bobby.
Steve?
Rock Bobby.
Steve.
Rock Bobby Steve.
Stevie Barbarino. Bob. And sitting approximately 1 block away from us, on the Zoom, Mr. Jason Kaminski. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me. So excited to be back, albeit virtually.
Yeah, this is good. We're glad you could participate in the breakfast with us.
Yeah. That's why, we've always, we've prided ourselves on providing breakfast for everybody that we bring on, and I couldn't let you not get breakfast.
Yeah, it was quite a pleasant surprise.
I was like contactless delivery. I started walking up your driveway, and all the acorns in your driveway just started crunching. I was like, man, I'm never gonna surprise them. I got up to your door, and there were 10 more acorns that I intended to not step on, and I stepped on every one of them at one time. And I stopped, and I was like, I set the things down, and I fucking took off.
You're not pulling a fast one, Jason.
He knew. He watched me do it.
Yeah, I was in the other room, other end of the house, so I wouldn't have heard you.
Perfect.
Plus, I've got so many squirrels in my yard because of those acorns that when I hear those noises, I just assume it's the squirrels.
Oh yeah.
So next time we deliver you breakfast, Vince is going to dress up in a whole ass squirrel costume.
That'd be the king of the colony.
Yes.
I'm
the squirrel man. Give me your acorns.
I would pay money to see you scurry up a tree.
Here's your breakfast, Jason. Now give me all your acorns. Today's episode is not brought to you by Liquid Death.
Liquid Death. Murder your thirst. Ooh.
Wow.
Really, it's not brought to you by Liquid Death.
I wish it was. At least send us a hat. A single sock.
So,
I don't know.
What did we have for breakfast today?
Do you want to tell us, Jason? What did we have for breakfast?
I have to try and guess what you had for breakfast.
we had the same thing as you.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have a Homer Simpson donut?
I did.
One of us did.
I did have the Homer Simpson donut.
That's the best donut.
I had to go safe because I'm like, fuck, what kind of donuts does Jason like? And I was like, I don't know. Who doesn't like a glazed donut? And I was like, who doesn't like a Homer Simpson donut?
That's for sure. My favorite donut is those maple long johns.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Those are my favorite, but those are Those are heavy.
Yeah.
Can't eat too many of those.
I'll remember that for next time I drop donuts off on your porch.
No, I like the Homer Simpson. You can't go wrong with the Homer Simpson.
No, it's if you are looking for the classic, just
Donut.
it's gonna be a pink frosted sprinkled donut.
If you were a donut, Bob.
It's funny because our at school, our guidance counselor will often buy a box of donuts for the staff or whatever, like on a Friday. And since I've been working from home, there was an email to the because some people go in and work at the school, so there was an email that she had donuts, and I jokingly said, "Mail me one." And then a week later, I get this package in the mail, and it was like, it wasn't a donut, but it was a personalized cookie from one of those, like, ship the cookie to, loved one sort of places.
Nice.
From her. So I was like, wow.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
That's super
Request
neat.
that more often.
Right. Bob, if you were a donut, what kind of donut would you be?
A sour cream donut. They're my favorite.
Those are good. They didn't
real
have any
good.
sour cream donuts up there. I'd have totally got one. Sour cream
That's
donuts
okay.
are banging.
That's all right.
Steve, if you were a donut, what kind of donut would you be? I feel like you'd be a blueberry donut.
I'd be a donut cake.
What? Not a cake donut?
No, a donut cake. You
What the fuck
you
is
got to
that?
make a donut about yay big, slice it in half, flip it over, frost the whole thing, and now you got a donut cake.
Have you had one of these?
No, but I've been dreaming about it for a long time.
I think your daughter needs to make a donut cake.
We don't have a fryer that big.
Wait a fucking second. A donut cake is breakfast still. We could have donut cake for breakfast on the pod.
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of donut?
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
it
that's a
sounds
lot-
fucking great.
That's a lot of sugar, but
That's a donut.
I just ate a lot of sugar anyhow.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm
We're
kind
good.
of shit.
There was one donut up there covered in powdered sugar.
I'm kind of shaking in my seat right now. I got the shakes.
Shakes. Shakes. So, anybody do anything this week? Anybody? Jason, you do anything this week?
Let me think here. No.
Perfect. Hell yeah. Sounds like a good time.
I worked quite a bit.
Yeah. You say you're working remotely. How's that been going?
Yeah, I don't know, it's okay, I guess. If you're you're always going to expect certain challenges working remotely when you're trying to teach,
Yeah.
But I think all things considered, it's gone pretty well. It does require a lot of extra hours on my part, because I got to transfer everything that I'm doing to work on the computer, So a lot of my lesson plans, though they're completed, they're not transferred over. So it's like that is most of my time spending my time making everything virtual.
Are you doing live sessions with students or?
Yeah, we have like a regular. Well, it's shortened, but we have a regular schedule: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I meet with all my classes, as we normally would. It's just the class times are 40 minutes instead of the usual 65. And Tuesdays, Thursdays are sort of designed for them to get all of their assignments completed and turned in and get like the one-on-one help, since there's not really time to do it during class.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a challenge. My daughter is half and half, hybrid, virtual and in person. And it's been a real challenge for her to manage getting things done the 3 days that she's not at school, without having the typical structure. So I guess that kind of works out for you guys, but I'm sure that that's still a challenge as well.
Yeah, I think, it takes a lot of self-motivation. And I remember I took some online courses for college. And so kind of having that background of going through it and knowing how difficult it is helps, because I'm trying to be as lenient as possible in terms of like due dates and, even technical issues with, some of these kids are not real savvy with typing on the computer. So I think the purpose of doing this is to keep people safe. So to expect school to function the way it normally would is unrealistic. And I think that
absolutely
one thing to remember is that, we have to remember why it is this way and not try and, overemphasize normalcy, because it's not existing right now.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. And, I'm sure it's a bummer for kids to have to do things the way they are. Even the hybrid that Stevie's in, there's only 9 kids in her class. Wow. She doesn't change classes throughout the day. She's pretty much in the same room all day. She started a new school this year. She started at the high school. So she didn't know anyone in her class when she got there, and she has really had a hard time with it. But I think that's important to remember the why behind it. And, it's a learning experience for everybody. I think with time, it's going to work out better. She'll get used to it. Kids will get used to it, and teachers, get into the flow of things. But it's definitely been difficult.
Yeah. And, it's temporary. It's a temporary solution. So obviously it's not going to come without its challenges. You said she's in the same room. Do our teachers, the ones switching rooms, or how are they doing that?
Yep. So the teachers rotate. So she goes in to the same room. The only time she actually leaves is she goes to gym, which they just go outside. But the teachers actually rotate out of the classrooms to kind of minimize exposure that way.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're setting up our buildings now for whenever we return. They don't. I think with the spiking numbers right now, a return is not in the near future. But
no,
they're kind of setting up, because we, like, our district's a little different, because we have like over half of our staff, like, throughout the district is high risk or lives with someone who is high risk. So the potential of, of danger for them is, I don't know, I guess higher than others. But, I don't know. I think it's weird in some ways. I think it's weird that everybody's kind of doing it differently. I think it would have been nice to have some kind of formal, like, guidance, but
yeah, I totally agree.
The government, they just kind of throw it off on the districts, and when it fails, they're the ones that can take the blame, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think that that's something from the beginning that we've really been missing, is some sort of a unified approach to things. I was actually concerned about going back in person at all for her. Seeing it now, I think they're doing a pretty good job of it, but it was definitely a concern at the time. I really thought, are you crazy? Why would you put all these people back in the same building again?
Well, especially, she's an older kid, but, with somebody who would be in, like, first, second, third grade, they're way more used to, like, being curious and walking up to something without thinking of the dangers.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I got a fucking preschooler. I mean, that's what she does.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah, I've had a few friends that have caught it over the last couple months, that all work with kids, and it's kind of the same story of a kid had it, didn't know they had it, and spread it.
Yeah, and that's a big concern for a lot of people. So Lorraine is totally in or virtual now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Have been all year. And like I said, they're making they're making their efforts to get the buildings ready. But they have told us from the very beginning that we would have a month's notice if we were returning to the building in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, it's definitely looking like we're going to at least be virtual up through winter break.
Yeah, I know that's what they're doing here. Is they already said the first semester is this is the way it's going to be. Then we'll figure it out for next semester.
Wow.
Wow.
It certainly doesn't help with learning because